So again, good afternoon sa inyo. And for our session, we're going to have pineapple production, which is scientifically known as Ananas squamosus. So hopefully you will remember always its scientific name. And it's under family Bromeliaceae. No, pareho din siya ng family ng mga bromeliads na mga natin, yung mga ornamentals, yung mga colored ones. I know mostly favorite natin yan. And they can be grown out of their cuttings or crown, and they will undergo flowering uh, up to 24 months. So more or less 2 years then yung iintayin mo. And for the fruit to be harvested from flowering, it would take 6 months. So I know pineapple is one of our typical favorite fruit. And in the Philippines, it's extensively cultivated by not only those Philippines, madami din mga um, locally grown or for export and domestic na mga plantations. So in northern Mindanao, like Bukidnon, Socsargen, Southern Cotabato Province, Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani, and Jensan. We also have Bukidnon, Bicol, and Calabarzon, or the Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. So they are for both fresh and processing, domestic and foreign markets. And Philippines, same with banana, is also the second biggest pineapple exporting country next sa Thailand. No, and in 2009, meron tayong 57,687 hectares na we are producing up to 2 million metric tons. And pineapple, of course, we are actually consuming it either fresh canned juice, and ginagamit natin not only for dessert, salad, jam, yogurt, or ice cream or candy, but also sa ating mga main dishes or meat dishes kasi nagbe-blend yung color taste niya. And for it also has a lot of vitamins and minerals, fibers, and even enzymes, which is good for digestive system. So always choose pineapple juice, no, for your diet kasi it's good for your weight and balanced nutrition, and also a source of vitamin C, which is very important nowadays in fighting the virus. And it's only very low in fat and sodium and walang cholesterol, and even anti-cancer siya, and even can break up blood clots for hypertension. So beneficial siya sa ating heart, and because of its content na phytochemicals, and relieves intestinal disorder, soothe the bile, and it also stimulates our kidneys, remove toxic elements, and accelerate healing of wounds, no, from injury or surgery, and reduce inflammation. So if may lagnat ka or may sugat, mas maganda din kumain ng pineapple. So aside from health, it is also very important in textile or industry. No, it's a textile fiber source. Yung kanyang leaves ay ginagamit nating pinya cloth, no, for not only for clothings, also for twines, cordage, and wool paper furnishings, and a lot. No, yung leaf juice niya and unripe fruit is medicine for unhelminthic, diuretic, and digestive refrigerant. And a lot of byproducts from fruit processing in making wine, vinegar, nata, or gel, and waste from canning can also be used. Yung pulp niya, dried na for livestock feed. So, ganun kadami yung kanyang uses. So, we have only few pineapple cultivars, and since kasi which that we propagated siya. So, we have the smooth cayenne or the Hawaiian. Ito yung for canning and fresh fruit consumption. It matures within 18 months and yields 25,000 fruits per hectare. and weighs up to 3 kilogram. At nasa hanggang 19-degree Brix yung kanyang tamis. And we also have the other one, the Queen Formosa and the Red Spanish Native or the Native Philippine Bread. Marami ito sa Bukidnon. So if you have been to Bukidnon, don't miss, if you are going there, don't miss na i-try yung kanilang nasa mga gilid-gilid sa kalsada no, na baligya na mga pineapple. It's really very sweet, although small, up to 1 kilogram lang. And it's up to 18-degree Brix. And it has excellent flavor and long shelf life. So ito yung Queen Formosa. Yung Red Spanish naman is also very strong and delicate fiber in Western Visayas, and particularly sa Aklan. And it has a pleasant aroma, but napaka-spiny yung lids, no? So for the cultural management, we are very familiar with this, and this can be shown on the video that we are going to watch later. So maganda siya sa sandy loam or clay loam and well-trained, rich in OM. And pH medyo acidic, 4.5 to 5.5, with 24 to 30 degrees Celsius throughout the year. And rainfall evenly distributed, na very short lang yung dry seasons, kaya maganda siya in Mindanao setting, and grows best at 1,000 feet or nasa 200 meters above sea level, no? So ang propagation natin ay pwedeng suckers, leaves, and crowns, no? But ang pinakamabilis, yung crown will bear after 24 months, yung slips hanggang 20 months. Mamaya ipapakita sa video kung alin doon yung ating mga crown, slips, and so on. And suckers up to 18 months, so mabilis ang sucker. Yung kanyang parang maraganig anak-anak lang na gilid-gilid. And the suckers are, before planting, are cured for exposing them to sunlight for 1 week para ma-avoid yung rotting ng plant material. So yung land preparation is really very prepared thoroughly. So it's not only plowed and harrowed twice, but 3 times until very fine na siya. Ang soil structure is, and it can also control weeds and incorporate na the organic matter evenly distributed, no, with lime. And meron ding mga drainage canal and so on. So makikita niyo mamaya. And for planting, meron dalawang system, whether single row or double row. So pag 80 to 100 centimeter apart and 25 to 30 in a centimeter in a row, single yan pag. So you need up to 50,000 plants. Pag double row, nasa 100 din. But yung kanyang 50 centimeters siya within a double row, and hanggang 76,000 plants per hectare. So usually yung mga commercial plantation would use yung mga double row para ma-maximize yung kanilang. So makita nyo maya, maragwala na kay pwede agian, no? So, but then they were able to manage the cultural practices. Meron iba manual, pero yung iba with the help of machines or automated na. So for the fertilizer requirement niya, ito yung recommended sa small farms, but each commercial farms have different fertilization program actually, no? So example lang ni, no? So you will start applying ammonium sulfate 2 months after planting, no? Nasa 10 kilogram or 500 kilogram per hectare, no? Or 10 bags. So and so on hanggang mag-ano siya 8 months after planting, flowering. So iba-iba din, no, using you can use, they also use urea as foliar fertilizer monthly intervals, no. And aside from that, very important para sabay-sabay yung kanilang para sabay-sabay yung pag-flower at saka eventually pag-harvest, kailangan mag-induce, no? How to do it? You can actually start when you already have 60 functional leaves, or 2.8 kilogram na yung kanyang weight or 1.2 meter tall na siya. And 1 meter naman pag lower elevation. So you're going to apply calcium carbide. This is for 70% flowering. So may mas effective pa nito, the Ethifon or Ethrel. This is 90 to 100% flowering. So pwede rin tayong usually yung kanilang recommended na combination ay 25 ppm Ethifon plus 2% urea and 0.04% lime. Ito yung combination na napaka-effective. No, and so update ko lang ang ating screenshot. So going back, so ito yung composition ng ating flower inducer, ethyl, urea, and lime. So 2.6 ml, medyo mahal kasi ang ethylene, and 1 kilogram urea, 20 grams lime. So yun yung equivalent for 200 liter water. Ito naman for 50 ml. So depende sa dami ng iyong a-applyan. So again, 2 kilograms of calcium carbide sa 19 liters can be applied at 30 ml ng solution to the growing point or heart of the pineapple. Doon ka mag-spray. So pag nasa 60 leaves na. And you are going to spray it or pour into the growing heart afternoon lang or early morning, no? For 30 to 50 ml per plant para mas effective siya. Then magkakaroon na ng flower after 40 days induction or 50 days at completed at 66 days. So pwede rin tayo mag-intercrop under coconut or papaya, coffee, and even banana. No? If you want to maximize your space as a small local scale farmer. But usually for commercial and high production, no, na mga companies, monocropping lang talaga. So for the pest management, we have first diseases. As I have said, we are going to control diseases, we use fungicides for fungal diseases, and for bacterial diseases, we can only use copper-based fungicides or bactericides or yung mga kanang what do you call that? Bactericides. So we have una, Phytophthora heart rot, caused by Phytophthora, of course, Nicotianae, and it's caused rotting of the base of the plant. You know? So to manage this, proper weeding, soil cultivation, drainage, or chemical deep treatment such as fungicide na Fossetil Al. And pH must be maintained within the range ng 4.5 to 5.5 para ma-minimize, no, ma-enhance kasi pag masyadong not on the right pH. So brown spot or fruit core is caused by a complex disease, so caused by Fusarium, Penicillium, Pantoea, Pseudomonas, and so on, no? And it can cause uneven coloring sa ripening ng fruit or turn brown, black discoloration. So you have to have management strategy. Kasi it's also very important na yung mite that would cause maybe a spread of these complex diseases this should be minimized. And of course, you can apply fungicides. We also have marbling, no, and pink disease, yeasty rot, bot rot, black rot. So ayan, and it's, of course, again, yung control is very important, fungicide and sanitation. And we also have parasitic nematodes like Milodogyne and Pratilinchus and Rutilinchus. And to manage this, you have to have crop rotation, no? Kasi naiiwan yung mga yung nematodes sa lupa, and proper land preparation, and you use nematicide soil treatment. For insects naman, you can use insecticides, no? Like Very common ang California red scale, Florida fern, and coconut scale. And also mites, white grub, and pineapple mealybug, yung puti, no? And also rodents, no? They are eating also pineapple, ano, kita lang. So we can control rodents culturally. Pwede na to mechanical din, trapping system or bounty system, or chemical method using rodenticides. For weeds naman, very important for pineapple na hindi siya ma-weeded kasi it's a competitor talaga. So there are ways, preventive measures, cultural methods na mag-harrow tayo mulch, chemical method using herbicides, and integrated weed management. Kasama na doon yung combination ng lahat ng practices. And for harvesting, we will know if it's ready to harvest. Please take note that pineapple is non-climacteric. It means kailangan mo talaga siya i-harvest na mature and ripe. Kasi if not, hindi siya maging yellow eventually, hindi rin siya. Although ina-applyan pa rin siya ng ethylene first in some practice, no, para mag-even lang yung yellowing. But kailangan at least 40% na siya hinog or yellow sa base if it is intended for distant market or for export. So we have here, magkakaroon ng different color lang naman about depende sa variety. So meron tayong mga index, no? But usually it should not be later than 149 days from flower induction. And yung, but for larger companies, they only use refractometer in, makikita nyo mamaya sa video, dapat not less than 14 degree Brix. Kasi ganun lang talaga katamis dapat. Okay, so in the packing house naman, we have a lot of cultural practice like trimming. Trim natin yung base. So makikita nyo mamaya, sort siya and i-grade as following. Meron tayong extra, primera, segunda, tercera, and butterball para lang sa sakyan, no? And it's equivalent weights and for queen and smooth cayenne according to the Philippine national standards. And ito yung mga index, no? So pag PC, peel color index 1, so dark to green peel pa rin, immature yan. Pag 2 na siya, this can be used for dried and candied lang. And pag it means that eyes are green but show widening and yellowing of roots. By the way, yung flower ng nung pineapple is an aggregate fruit, so it means yung kanyang mga mata-mata, actually those are the flowers or the fruit, no? Kaya it's an aggregate fruit kasi parang daghan siya fruit niya na in aggregate or maragi isa. So, pag PCI 3, for processing pa din siya, but 1/4 na siya hinog, no? And PCI 4, 50% na siya hinog. And so pwede na yang i-harvest, and then hanggang 75% overripe na yan classification. But then, of course, it's for local consumption, maganda siya until PCI 6, no? Full yellow. So dapat for immediate consumption na yan. So we also do waxing in pineapple, like in banana, also in papaya, para ma-extend yung shelf life. And for the packing and packaging, nakikita nyo mamaya sa video, and storage, dapat nasa 20 degrees Celsius. It can be stored up to 14 days, no chilling injury. And for transport, depende sa market natin, makikita nyo mamaya sa video. And for the cost and return analysis, you just click on this, nasa kanilang site. So do you have questions or clarification on pineapple production guide? And we shall see a video on, din ako na-open pineapple production door. Okay, so do you have any questions or clarification?
Mag-Bear Brand Adult Plus, proven na tumutulong para 100% kompleto sa tibay nutrients.
So if wala, then let's just start with the video since limited lang yung time natin. Hi, baby. Hi.
Did you know that the pineapple is an aggregate fruit? An aggregate or multiple fruit is formed of flowers called an inflorescence. A pineapple inflorescence grows out of the center of the plant, where 100 to 200 flowers fuse together to create the fruit. Here we see the various stages of flowering. The ripe pineapple has a leathery, inedible crust with square eyes. These eyes are what are left of the individual flowers. At the Dole Farm in Molle, Costa Rica, flowering is induced by applying ethylene, a naturally occurring gas emitted by ripening fruit. Using ethylene ensures that our fields ripen uniformly and can be harvested all at once. It takes time, knowledge, and patience to grow a pineapple crop. Much of the process cannot be automated and is done by hand. Starting with the right conditions is an important first step. Pineapples grow best in sandy, loamy soil and do well in regions with a high percentage of sunny days, with temperatures ranging from 65 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. If the temperature range is too cool, the pineapples taste sour. If the range is too hot, they taste too sweet. Dole pineapples are produced in some of the world's finest growing areas, and our farms are integrated into the local environment, like the Molle farm, where both conventionally grown and organic pineapples are cultivated. The first step in planting a new pineapple field is to grow new plants from older mother plants. There are two primary methods of pineapple regeneration: suckers and slips. Suckers are shoots that grow from the base of the plant, while slips grow on the stem of the fruit. Gathering this new generation of plants is known as seed selection. 75% of our seed selection is done using suckers from previously harvested pineapple plants. First, the long leaves of the harvested mother plants are cut off, which encourages the young suckers to grow freely and allows them to be removed easily. When the suckers are harvested, experienced farm workers determine their quality. Only suckers that meet our strict standards are used to produce the next generation of Dole pineapples. Quality control inspections ensure suckers are the correct weight. They are segregated by size so that new fields are planted with uniform materials and the plants all develop at the same rate. This new field must be properly prepared, following several specific steps. First, old plants that have already been harvested must make way for the new plants. The old plants are trimmed and a microorganism is applied, allowing the plants to decompose faster. A shredder further breaks down the old plant material, after which a disc harrow plows the field to break up the soil. This is followed by deep plowing and finally bed preparation. A well-designed drainage system is an essential good management practice. To reduce erosion and capture soil after heavy rains, we use natural materials like bamboo and pineapple plants in our drainage systems. Our experienced Dole workers plant each sucker by hand, using a specialized spade-like tool. A skilled worker can plant 5,000 to 6,000 pineapple plants a day, nearly a quarter of an acre. 14 to 17 acres are planted on this farm every week. Pineapple plants must be fertilized regularly. This is done using a boom sprayer that applies fertilizer directly to the leaves, where most nutrients are absorbed. Pineapple plants are perfectly designed to water. The leafy crown directs rainwater and nutrients to the center of the plant. These thriving young plants now need lots of sun and time. Depending on the growing region, it can take 13 to 16 months for each plant to produce a mature pineapple. But the wait is worth it, transforming months of effort into a sweet, nutritious treat.
Okay, So that's it, no? And we also have here harvesting.
Pineapples are harvested ripe and ready to eat. At Dole's Moye Farm in Costa Rica, harvesting occurs 6 days a week. At 6 a.m., our harvest team begins their workday. The crew always dresses in protective clothing. Freshly cleaned work clothes and safety gear are provided by Dole each morning and are collected again each evening for washing. The protective clothing differs depending on the work. For harvesting, rugged jeans, chaps, thick gloves, and protective glasses are worn to safeguard against the spiky bromeliad leaves. The pineapple fields have been split into blocks. The respective blocks are divided among the workers. While the harvest is underway, the foreman inspects the next blocks to be harvested. Pineapples are regularly sampled for quality. Workers check their flesh color and use a refractometer to measure sugar content. When the shell takes on a rich golden hue and the flesh is sweet and juicy, the pineapples are ready for picking. Pineapples are harvested at the peak of ripeness and don't ripen any further or get sweeter after picking. We use a specialized conveyor called a boom harvester, which gradually moves through the field. The size of the blocks is designed specifically for our harvesting equipment. The pineapples are picked by hand. Workers carefully place the fruit on the conveyor as pineapples are sensitive to bruising and damage. The conveyor carries them to the field bin where they are quickly but gently transferred by hand. The crown of a pineapple provides an ideal cushion for transport, so the fruits are stored upside down in the bins. Full bins are taken to the packing facility, where the pineapples are prepared for their journey to markets around the world.
Okay, so we also have pineapple packaging. Apple juice extraction now. And journey from pineapple packaging, okay.
At Dole's Moye Farm in Costa Rica, pineapples are harvested year-round. The harvested fruit is quickly transported to our packing facility. The field bins are submerged into a pool of water. If any pineapples sink, they do not meet our quality standards. With the help of a gentle current, the floating pineapples are carried to the first workstation. At the same time, they are washed and cooled. A conveyor belt then takes them to the sorting station. Only pineapples of the correct size and quality are sent on to our packing area. Pineapples that do not meet our quality specifications for fresh fruit are sold locally for processing as juice or other products. The pineapples are then sealed in wax. This prevents them from losing moisture content and keeps them fresh during transport. Upon arriving in the packing area, the pineapples are packed in boxes in accordance with their size and color. Their respective size is marked on the box. Once each box is full, the Dole label is applied, the worldwide symbol for quality. To keep up with the volume of pineapples harvested, up to 10,000 boxes are needed every day, and these are all assembled on site. The boxed fruit then travels onto the pallet station. The pineapples are loaded on pallets according to size. Pallet corner boards come here from a nearby recycling plant, a joint venture between Dole and a local company. Together with the pallets and boxes, all the packaging components needed for shipping are combined on site, making the packing process fast and efficient. Each pallet is identified with a barcode, and boxes are identified with a lot number. This enables the pineapples to be tracked back to the farm of origin once they have arrived in the U.S. The pineapples are then chilled by forced air cooling, reducing their temperature to an optimum of 45 degrees Fahrenheit. This puts them in a state of hibernation, which is maintained throughout their trip. Soon, trucks will bring these containers of fruit to the port of Moine for a quick ocean voyage to the U.S. At each step of the process, every pineapple receives special handling and care. Our team of dedicated professionals ensures that consumers receive the freshest fruit possible every time.
Okay, so maybe the next one is yung ating
Kay sarap pa rin namnamin ng pagsasama ng
ahanto, dough harvesting. Marag plus ang katong ano. Nawala ka bitaw. Asa na to siya? Come on. Dough harvesting, juice extraction ata. Pariharang siguro ni aming isa. Pineapple juice extraction. So anyway, naabot ko na rin, no? Marag mas nice ni siya. Sige, let's watch. Before mag-end ang ating time, medyo matagal lang din. Recall siya from fresh pineapple. So by the way, also do culture in pineapple. Big company. So medyo i-ano lang natin, no? Fast forward. Okay, para one. Yan sa field. Yan. So ito yung paggawa ng fresh pineapple. Anyway, panamanin niyo ko ang skills. Okay, so I guess that's for pineapple and na extraction ng juice. Pineapple juice extraction. I don't know lang ito. So, wait lang ah. So do you have any questions or clarification? Anyone? Do you have questions or clarification? Adore and Gypsy, kamo na lang manapin, but it's all right. So we still have 2 minutes, but I'm not sure. Pineapple. Now take journey, no journey. Hanap ko.
Pineapples are harvested ripe and ready to eat. At Dole's Moye Farm in Costa Rica, harvesting occurs 6 days a week. At 6 a.m., our harvest team begins their workday. The crew always dresses in protective clothing. Freshly cleaned work clothes and safety gear are provided by Dole each morning and are collected again each evening for.
But we still
Super thick, super
we only have less than
Let's
1
eat it straight.
So maybe next time, no? We'll see. So we'll see right there. Yes, ang deadline natin for final ay nasa 27 pa.
Dole Fresh Fruit selects the best growing locations worldwide to produce the highest quality bananas and pineapples for our customers. Once harvested, this fresh, delicious fruit is quickly transported to market. This means a brief ocean voyage to the U.S. from our Central American farms. The fruit is first loaded into specialized refrigerated shipping containers at each farm's packing plant. Pre-tripping checks of the ventilation systems and refrigeration units is performed on all the containers.
And
To ensure their freshness, the bananas and pineapples will remain in a temperature-controlled environment throughout their journey.
yes,
Pineapples are
we're
brought
gonna-
to the port on trucks, while bananas can travel by train or truck.
It's my